came a lot of stuff, a lot of self-inflicted issues to find a way to pull it out. So they're a really good football team. Their quarterback is a dynamic player. He played that way today. I know he had his struggles leading into this one. And certainly it wasn't our best performance, but when you play in conference, we tell our guys all the time, expect it to be playoff football because that's what you're going to get. And proud of the way that we just kept fighting. Even when we were 2 scores down and got behind 2 scores again. So, obviously, questions.
All right, take us through that final play, what you saw on the field, and then the confusion afterward as you all thought they won, and they thought they won, and waiting for the beat.
Just an incomplete pass. That's all I can say.
What did you learn about your football team tonight, and what can you do with it going forward?
There's a lot to learn off this film, and it's one of those days where you're fortunate enough where you can learn a lot of your lessons without having to suffer the consequence of a loss. We turned the ball over uncharacteristically. We had some pressure on our own quarterback. We had about 5 guys go down on defense. A lot of guys had to step up, and some were ready. And some battled hard, but maybe not quite as ready as those frontline guys. So I thought we lacked a little juice early on. So we got to look at the week of preparation. We thought we were very well prepared. Our practices were good. We gave enough rest, practice, balance time. But a lot of credit to just the resiliency of the team because that one field goal before halftime was invaluable. And to come back and then go down by 10 points and then come back and score again just kept us in it and fighting. And then finally that 3 and out before the offense took the ball and went down the field and scored. That was ultimately the difference in the football game. So, again, a lot of stuff that we need to clean up, but certainly a lot of stuff to be proud of as well.
All right, this was the first game where resiliency was obviously really tested, and you guys self-inflicted a lot of things, like you said, took touchdowns off the board, gave up big plays and all that.
Yeah.
What do you think this group learned? I mean, obviously you got to clean up a lot, but what do you think the group learned about how we can dig in when it happens?
Yeah, I mean, if you could somehow orchestrate a game like this, so you could grow and learn and still get a win, you'd love to do it, but there's no way to do that. Sometimes you got to go through it. It's some of today's back and forth stuff. Again, we cause it, but I don't look. That could be a locker room with an L right now, and it'd be a lot worse. We found a way to win. I could sit here and talk about a million things that we could have done better. I just don't want to do that. I want to focus on the fact that this team probably over the last 20 years lost a game like this, and this team found a way to win. So people could take that however they want. I'm proud of the effort, not proud of the way we coached and played, but sometimes you just got to find a way to get a W, and we found a way to get it done.
When you talk about the emotion of it was like 5 or 6 minutes where you're waiting for that final call.
Yeah.
You tell us what were you thinking about, what you feeling?
I know the liability issues that come with that, with the cardiac condition of everybody on the sideline, I'm sure is something to talk about. But I mean, it's wild, man. College football, you're never all the way clear and easy to win a game. You're never all the way out of it. It just keeps going, And we did talk about it. Don't leave a game like this in the hands of the officials because you may be disappointed, And at the end of the day, we just found a way to win.
Mario, you're the first team in the country to be 5-0 through these first 5 games. It just feels like this is the inflection point of this program. That kind of like Butch in 2000. This feels like that kind of year. Do you get that sense? And it feels that way as well.
I think it's a year where a ton of progress has been made and a ton of progress will be made going forward from here. I think those teams are awesome. The utmost respect. I was part of them as a player, as a coach, as a GA. There's so many valuable lessons that come with those years, and we apply a bunch of them. But we also do a really good job of looking forward, and not looking back. Is there something analogous to the two? Probably, Having Michael Irvin on the sideline going bananas, that's always a plus. It's great energy, great juice. I mean, you can feel his emotion. There's a lot of similarities, but you know what? We got a game in a week and a day, so let's go find out.
I was talking about Cam McCormick. You got him in the game a little bit. What does he mean to this team here?
Cam McCormick. Steady, powerful, strong, sure-handed, great route runner, on point in the running game, excellent run blocker, really good route runner, and every time his number is called, he's come through. So a guy that we all know that we can trust.
Mario, did you think the other Cam quarterback was pressing
early, or what did you see from him, and then he comes back and makes two?
You're talking about our camp?
Yeah.
Do I think he was pressing?
Yeah.
No, I think we called it was like double post wheel down there. I know you guys saw it, but we're trying to back shoulder that ball, and you're short on space.
Hold on a minute. Sorry about that. Okay, here we go.
One of those deals where it's worked out well before, and we celebrated, and this time the corner just kind of fluffed off, and he saw it, and that's a 14-point swing. We're up 21-7 or tied at 14, and it's a big time play, big time. And then we chased him down. Do I think he was pressing? No, that guy. Look, that guy. You saw all the stuff we went through, and the times he was hit. He had some sacks, had a pick, and what the guy do? He just kept going and going and going. That's him. So he's unfazed, and proud of him for being a tough ass and finding a way to win. I'm sorry.
At the half, who were the players that stepped up and had a message for the rest of the team?
They all did. They all, look, I'm glad that we're resilient and we could look each other in the eye and call ourselves up and out so we could go out and do something about it. But look, all that talk with your pads, man. Come out the tunnel and go do something about it. All that, this is not Hollywood. This is ball. And you got to grow up and be a grown-ass man to do grown-ass man stuff. And that's a really good football team with an unbelievable defensive line. So I think the right points were made. I think guys knew that they had to step up and elevate their game. And for the most part, a lot of guys did. And so, again, I know I've said it a million times, but just found a way.
Elijah Arroyo had a big first half, 2 catches, 88 yards, and a touchdown. Piggybacking off the tight end question, can we talk a little bit about the performance of the tight end room?
Well, I think they just keep getting better and better. I think they were instrumental in run blocking as well today. They're reliable, explosive targets. They're really, really good, and they're going to keep getting fed the ball. They're a really integral part of our operation.
Mario, just that last offensive drive, Cristobal catches the ball on his back on 4th down.
Yeah.
Riley Williams with big play. Just seeing how guys were able to make plays work even when it looked like things were falling apart. Just seeing plays like that.
It was that kind of night. It really was. It was the kind of night where, man, holy, is this going to happen? Is that? But look, we've seen those guys make play in practice, and even more contorted positions than he did there. So, there's a lot of faith. There's a lot of faith and a lot of trust that they're going to find a way to get it done. So, as to the question, which I don't think I answered, these guys, they're resilient, man. They just go. They go, and they didn't flinch. I've seen, we've been growing this program for a couple of years now, right? And I've seen our teams be a little bit deflated. I've seen our teams be a little bit in a mode where they're flinching. I didn't see that at all in this group. I saw a team that was upset. They were pissed. They should have been pissed. We all were. It's not the standard that we play, but I don't want to focus on that. We found a way to win. I'm proud of the way that these guys fought. Monster play. Well, you saw that Mish pulled this out. I'd rather not give up scheme-wise what we do on that play when we see something, but we saw it, and we called what we had to call to make sure we got that play on the ground. Anything else? Anything? You guys good? Okay, thank you guys.
Good morning. Thanks for coming on. You heard after last night's 38-34 thriller. This is Miami Hurricanes Talk with Danny, presented by Lorraine Sports. You want to order a shirt, go to Shopify, go to Lorraine Sports at shopify.com. I'll put the link in the description. All I got to say is wow. Wow. Kane, we won by a whisker last night. Did a good job. But, yeah, we had a lot of things we got to clean up. Defensively, I'll give you the numbers. 394. We allowed offensively Virginia Tech. And that's a very good defensive line they have over there. They're going to be dangerous the rest of the way. But, man, we just in the past, Mario said we don't win last night. But, boy, what a win it was. 508 yards total offense. But we did allow 206 yards on the ground, and that's got to get cleaned up. We got to clean that up. They gained 224 up, but the net was 206, 165. Yeah, we did better in the second half. I wish the running game gets better a little sooner. Look at the numbers 60, 57 for Cam, big in the TD, big play there. CJ 24, Fletch 22, line only 2. But the 2 picks from Cam, I think both were disguises there. You look at the plays. I mean, on the TD at 14-7, I thought we were going to go 21-7, really blow it open. Virginia got credit for Virginia Tech on that. They had good disguises on that play. But, look, this team found a way to get it done when it counted. I mean, their mistakes, yes. Do we have too many errors? Yes. But the team stepped up, made a play when it had to. Malik Bryant was absolutely huge. That was on the fake field goal attempt by VTech. Malik makes the play, he sniffed that out the whole way, and that really turned momentum at that point. Really did. But when you look at what we did last night, I mean, this team found a way to get it done. Very simple. This team found a way to get it done. Like Mario said in the press, you heard it. In the last 20 years, we don't win a game like that, like we did last night. But damn it, we found a way to get it done. We found a way to get it done against a very tough, determined Virginia Tech football team. Now, people ask on the last play. On the last play, when I saw the play, the first thing I looked at was, are they gonna keep it a stand? No. But when I saw that ball being bobbled, that ball was bobbled. Okay. Ball was bobbled. They got it right in Charlotte in the control center. That was an incomplete. It was incomplete and it hit, and then eventually it hits our DB. And the way I understand, when it hit our DB before he went out, I mean, that's incomplete. That play's dead right there. And hey, won by a whisker. We got it done. Now I'm going to give the report card. We'll start with the offense. Offense, I'm going to give a B. I'm going to give a B minus. 2 interceptions. Yes, we made plays when we had to make them, but the running game's got to be a little better there. I mean, first half, we looked a little less statistical after the TD. I mean, we looked a little flat there. Second half, we got it going. 3 big TDs there. But again, last night, I want to look at the penalties. The penalties last night. I mean, we got to do a better job cutting that down. We got to do a better job there. Defensively, defense, I'm going to give a B. Gave up too many big plays, gave up too much on the ground, but it stepped up when it had to do so. But it did so when we had to. We did have 61. We allowed 61 tackles. We had 57 tackles last night, 6 tackles for loss. We got the drones twice. But got to do a better job. We got to do a better job on the defensive end. But we made the play we had to make. And of course, the last play at the end stepped up and made that play. Special teams, I'm going to give special teams. I'm going to give it an A minus. I felt we did okay there. And that big field goal from Andy at the end of the first half, that was huge. That was huge there at the end. The end of the first half. I mean, we were down 10. Could have been worse, but that field goal before half, the end of the first half, that really gave us a little kick in the butt there. Excuse me. Got it done. Got it done when it mattered there. But now I got to start giving out the game balls. Wow. Where do you start? First game ball I'm going to give is I'm actually going to give it to Jacoby George. 4 receptions, 59 yards in the TD. My second game ball is going to go to, believe it or not, I'm going to give it to X. The big catch on 4th down to keep that drive alive. 5 catches, 60 yards. That was big. That was big in that spot. My third game ball, I'm actually going to give my third game ball to Malik Bryant. The big play on Virginia Tech's fake field goal there. That was enormous because it really turned momentum at that point. And I'm going to give, I couldn't give my last game ball. Actually, I'm going to give 2 more game balls. One of them is going to be to Andy Borgalis, the big field goal to end the first half, and to cut it to 7. And that was a big moment in the game because we were down 10. I mean, they had just scored a TD, but the field goal to get us in field goal range at the end, 10.5. That was big. That was a momentum thing right there. But yes, I'm going to give my 5th and final game ball to Cam Ward. The big drives. Hey, he had 2 picks, but the big drives when we needed a big play, Cam Ward just found a way to get it done. So that's the way. Those are my game balls for the week. In closing, I want to say, look, a lot of errors to clean up, a lot of mistakes. Last night we found a way to get it done. We'll look at the tape on that. Enjoy this today. Tomorrow, come Sunday, we will turn the page and get ready to go out west to face a very tough Cal team. Lost a tough one to FSU last week, and they'll be coming off a bye week. It's a late night game, 10:30 in South Florida, 7:30 out in the Bay Area in San Francisco. A couple other notes on that. Next Sunday's post-game podcast will be at 5 p.m. Eastern with the recap of the game. That's the one change on that. Pre-game probably have that next on Tuesday. In closing, I want to give our sponsors a shout out. CANES Connection. The question, and I will want to ask this question in the live stream chat. Did he have his Heisman moment last night? I have to say, yes, he did. And I'll answer that beastie this way. If you want to get to New York, you have to make a play like that. You have to make plays. That's exactly what he did last night. So that's it. So now, again, 5 o'clock next Sunday, we'll have the post-game podcast following the Cal game. That's going to be a late night game. Next Saturday night, 10:30 Eastern, back in Tampa and in South Florida. We will have, and then a couple of shout outs before I go. If you want to be a member of CANES Connection, go to canesconnection.com and become a member there. You'll get good content. You help student athletes with that. Also, like I said, go to Lorraine Sports Shopify page. You could order shirts like this. We bring the smoke. You can see it right here. Want to order that? Go ahead. And last one's going to be totally up to you. If you guys like the content, by the way, please like and subscribe. It helps the channel out tremendously there. And you'll do me a favor by getting my content out quicker. If you feel like this is totally up to you, you want to donate, if you like the content, you want to give a little donation, so it's accepted, please go to PayPal or Cash App. I'll put the links in the description as well. If you're on YouTube, got to get better. Glad that we're 5-0. We're going to move on from there. let's get ready for a tough Cal team. Enjoyed us today. I'll be back probably Tuesday with the next podcast, Tuesday or Wednesday, probably more likely Tuesday. So take care. Have a wonderful day. And let's go Canes.